What's up? What's up, y'all? It's the 10-8 podcast. I know you've been missing this lovely lady. I've been missing her too. I feel lost without her.
I've
I'm not
missed
gonna
you,
lie.
and I've missed everybody in the chat.
She disappeared on us. It was horrible. But
Trust me, I've
Christina's
been
back.
working hard.
I know she's
Busy.
back, guys. She's back.
I'm back.
It's Friday. We had to go late again. Christine was not ready, so
My
we just had to
fault.
go late.
My
But
fault.
Christine, there's been a lot of interesting things going on. Edgar
do.
Berlanga, he might have a new fan of me. He stole the show recently at the presser's wrist. Hamza Shareez, I think he answered some questions about why he's the main event. Teofimo gets kicked out of camp of
Canelo.
Team Canelo, right?
Yeah.
Blair the Flair's a free agent. Shakur Stevenson insulting whoever he can. We're gonna get into all that. You know what?
Oh, come on, give him a break.
What's up, Christine? Give him a break. Did you hear Christine? Christine
You
only
said
gives breaks.
insulting whoever he can. Come on.
He
Come
tried
on.
to insult my guy Michael Copinger live
You
on
can't
the
even
air
say his
like
name
that.
right. It's
And I
Coppinger. How's he your guy? Come on.
I don't know. Okay,
Don't high sight.
I have to stick with our people. These guys are sensitive. Now, shout out to Shakur. I thought it was funny what he said. You know what I mean? I thought it was, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I mean, there's a reason behind it. There's reasons behind everything, and whenever you want to touch on it, we will.
Absolutely. No, we could definitely. But it was an interesting weekend. I got to speak to my guy, Lamont Roach, on the phone. Shout out to Lamont Roach.
Love Lamont. Great guy. Had him on the show. He's amazing.
I spoke to my Puerto Rican brethren, too. The star of that weekend, okay, Edgar Berlanga, he's turned,
Oh, wait. Hold on. You said your Puerto Rican brethren. There was a time, and we can go back, when you were trying to give him a Mexican title. You said, y'all can have him. He is now Mexican. We no longer claim him. Is that true?
I have to retract
I
this.
have receipts.
I even have a Cayman Jack. There's nothing to drink in my house, so this is how you know things are changing. I don't drink, but I'm going to take.
Things are changing. Okay, I can respect that. We all can change our opinions. That's for sure.
But let's start off with whatever. First of all, let's shout out on loyal people. Ashley, what's up, girl? Team Canelo in the house. You know what I mean?
Ashley.
TD Sports Talk, what up?
What's good?
Ramirez Boxing. Mr. Berlanga put on a good show. That's what we're going to get into right now.
Yep, bug on stop Canelo. You didn't read that one.
I find you physically repulsive.
Stop. Who said that? Stop with the craziness. Call him out, Christine. So Edgar Berlanga, right? There was a big debate. Who was the star of the weekend? Shakur goes on the Breakfast Club, and he says what he says. Basically saying his best resume is the champion. But we all know we just watched the Fatal Fury event where the champion actually opened the event in Teofimo Lopez, and Ryan Garcia, who has never been a champion, was the main event. So it means nothing. It's all about star power. And Edgar Berlanga lived up to it. I'm sorry. This is part of the presser. This right here had me dying laughing. I'm going to play it for you right now.
I missed it, so
being called a sausage, Edgar. And he's a dick eater. That's what we call in New York.
Christine, that was, first of all, listen, Edgar Berlanga looked the part. He looked confident. He knew what to say, when to say it. He did not look like the guy with the deer caught in the headlights, like with Canelo. I thought he looked a little more. He looks like he's like, no, this is what I'm gonna do. This is where I'm at. I remember he's changed trainers since then. I spoke to Eric, and he said he's going to be a different person, and he literally looked and acted like a star. In my opinion, he stole the show, and I think he gave every reason as to why he is the main event. I loved what Edgar did last night.
I mean, let me just say this, okay, Edgar, if you're watching the show, so Norbs wanted to give you to the Mexican people, so I'm still taking you. He wants to give you back, the Puerto Rican flag, but I still accept you. I have been saying that after the Canelo fight, we were going to see big things from you, and that
Yes.
you looked fabulous. I did say that. That is one of the reasons why I also know that Bud will beat Canelo, because of your performance, and you've been looking amazing lately. You are a superstar, and you're going to make it. You are going to make a lot of noise. So just for the record, just saying,
It is
we
true.
want you over here too, the Mexican people.
I can't lie. She is absolutely right. I was giving him away,
Yeah.
but Canelo versus Crawford will be
Easy money.
for Canelo. She continues to
He
attack
said
my guy.
easy money. Oh my. He said easy money.
But no. Listen, listen. I've been highly critical of Edgar. I admit it. I
Yes, you have.
apologized on air recently, and it's more so about, and this is just my opinion. I feel like falling in love with the knockout, did not look impressive, ends up getting suspended for biting someone, does the whole celebration after the loss to Canelo. These are the things that I did not like. I'm just being honest. Speaking to his trainers and former trainers, and hearing that he's going back to what he was originally, and it's kind of falling in love, not falling in love or out of love, but going back to boxing instead of falling in love with the knockout. And it's tough being Edgar Berlanga.
Yeah.
When you hit the scene as a knockout artist, everybody's expecting that. So it's hard to go back to what you did. So for me,
Well, he knows something has to change. I mean, when he was with Top Rank, he was knocking everybody out. It was great matchmaking, let's just be honest.
Yeah.
So there was no growth there. He didn't have to change anything. He didn't have to grow, because he was knocking everybody out. And then when they put somebody in front of him that was going to give him a real challenge, he was unable to do that, and even was dropped, and he lost, I believe. And so now he can go back, and he can look and see what he did wrong and correct those things. So I think his time is now. I really do.
I love, listen, and again, and this is outside of, he has a lot to prove as a boxer, okay? It's a double-edged sword with Edgar. And how he balances this is going to be telling for the rest of his career, because, we could say all the right things. He could say all the right things, but he's still known for the knockout. Is he going to go in there and be a great fighter and not rely on just that one punch?
I
These are
think
the things.
so. I think so. I think that we saw glimpses of some adjustments with Canelo. I really do. Yes, he lost. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
He went all 12 rounds. If you go back and watch the fight, there were some really, really good things in there that he was doing that he had not done previously. I mean, he really did. I was very impressed by his performance, and people didn't give him credit. Oh, because you want credit for going all 12 rounds. Well, hell yeah. I mean, Canelo usually knocks people out. And he went all 12 rounds, and he looked fabulous. He maybe could have gone 13.
I'll say this. If anything, maybe that is the springboard that makes him more gain that confidence. He is very confident. But I just, I hope he goes to box and doesn't feel like he has to knock everybody. Because again,
I don't think he does. I think those days are kind of behind. I mean, they might still be in his mind, but I think he knows he has to calm down and be patient.
What's going to happen when the crowd is waiting for that knockout and they're sitting there and booing Edgar because they're expecting a knockout? Is he going to revert back to, that? And I don't think that's who he is, and that's what his trainers are saying. So that's where I'm at. But in that aspect, I feel like he has a lot to prove. Now, as a star, I was in denial. And listen, he went up there. He goes, I look better than him. I feel better than him. I'm flying. Like, he was speaking with such confidence.
That's what you do.
He stole the show. I loved it. I thought Edgar was absolutely awesome at the presser. And I think he answered any doubts why he is the main event there. And there's no slight to Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is a pretty good interviewer and things of that nature, but he does lack the charisma that I think Edgar Berlanga has. And Edgar was swagging. He had the internet on fire last night.
Yeah, they're both different personalities. They have a different way to do things. I mean, I definitely want to touch on the Coppinger interview eventually, but I didn't get to see only but clips because I was on the road for both guys. But to your point about reverting back, I mean, yes, boxers sometimes revert back when they get in trouble or when they're tired. They revert back to whatever they used to do. But I really feel like this is a new day for him. And if he can be mentally strong and listen to his corner and just relax, I think that we will see some glimpses of a newer and better Berlanga, in my opinion.
And listen, the things that, in my opinion, that made certain boxers great. Lennox Lewis, he used his size. Tyson Fury used his size to defeat his opponents, the jab and things of that nature. Edgar is a big kid. This is a guy that's probably around 6'2".
Yes.
I mean, listen, Canelo was hitting him with some blows and he was absorbing them and continuing to go through it. This is somebody that if he does box and uses his size at 168, there's a lot of good possibilities. And, Hamza Shareez is a start. I mean, Hamza Shareez, let's say he goes in there and he knocks Hamza Shareez out. Now we're like, wait a minute. We possibly got a Caleb Plant fight. They were even talking about, I think Turkey Al-Asik was talking about a possible rematch with Canelo, which I don't want to see at this point. I'm going to be honest with you. But still,
well, I mean, if he continues to progress, then why not?
You know what's crazy though? When Turkey Al-Asik said that, right? And this is being honest, I kind of took it as a slight to Edgar. Like, you already got that opportunity. I believe, and this is just being me. Maybe I'm tripping that Turkey really wants Hamza to get, because that is his guy to get the Canelo fight. I think the conversation is more so about Hamza, which I think Edgar may feel a little bit like, like he even said it yesterday, like, you're not getting that. Like, I think he knows. He said you were gifted a decision. He's telling him in the presser, you were gifted that. He's making it obvious, like, look, bro, they was telling you to score because we know you're fighting me because they want you to get the Canelo fight and not me.
Yes.
And I think that's a chip on Edgar's shoulder that he's walking around with. He was very confident. And I'm not going to lie, he made me feel like he's going to knock Hamza Shareez out.
Yeah. I think more than a chip, it's just more fuel, more ammunition, because yes, Hamza is, Turkey's guy. There is no question about that. We've seen, we saw what happened in his last fight.
Yeah.
And he knows that he has to go in there and put on a performance. He may have to knock him out or stop him to get the decision. He may.
Yeah.
But I think that even though he has not knocked anybody out for a while, he has knocked out people before. So the power is there. Yeah. He puts together the punches. It's the as many punches as he can put together, and the knockout will come, and touching the body and coming upstairs. But maybe we do see a knockout. I wouldn't be surprised.
Listen, I think, and it's crazy to say this, and it seems like a complete flip. The Puerto Rican community needs this. They really do need this right now. They need this guy to be what he is saying he is. And to be honest with you, we haven't had someone that even speaks like him since Hector Camacho. Trinidad was flamboyant, not so much. Cotto was very to himself. The last champion we had that really represented New York like that was Hector Camacho. And Edgar does have that transition appeal in regards to being a fly hip-hop dude. He's a good-looking kid. He dresses fly. He does all these things. He can be that next one. It's now putting together that resume that's going to allow him to be that. Because, listen, I'll tell you this. That presser alone shows me that he can sell. And he knows what he needs to do. And, I was impressed, man. And I think, he needs to just handle business. And again, there's a lot of fights for him to be made. Caleb Plant.
And even us having this conversation, because who would have thought a year ago, 2 years ago, that we'd be having this conversation about Edgar Berlanga? I mean, a lot of people were counting him out.
I was here. I'm a lot of people. I was killing them.
You are those people. I know.
I was killing them. And listen, he has to take it as a disrespect that Turkey put him against Hamza.
Sure.
Shareez. I'm sorry, I don't know how to say his name. I mean, because at the end of the day, that's Turkey's guy. I mean, he's like, look, this is.
At the end of the day, yeah.
He asked, one of the first questions that they asked Hamza was about Canelo. And he had to say, hey, I got somebody in front of me. I'm not even thinking about that, which means there's been conversation already.
Yeah.
He's kind of like, Edgar's in my way to get to Canelo. So, I mean, if I'm Edgar Berlanga, I would have been the same way, man. Like, Edgar has to feel that way. And if Edgar goes out and beats him, and let's say he beats him decisively.
I believe he will.
And listen, that opens the conversation for the rematch at this point.
Absolutely.
Because if this is the guy you wanted to fight Canelo, and this guy just came back and beat him,
somebody's going to be pissed.
exactly. And I mean, listen, at first I was like, I can't see a rematch happening. Why would there be? But right now,
I can
Edgar,
now. I can.
yeah, I do. I mean, Edgar has the opportunity to get a rematch with Canelo, and I think he's going to go in there and emphatically stop him in a tennis arena, which I'm not sure why it's in a tennis arena, to be honest with you. Louis Armstrong.
Who knows?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was that big of a deal there. I apologize. They said 2 Puerto Ricans on the card. What was the other Puerto Rican? Oh, Shakur. I mean,
Shakur is half Puerto Rican, yeah.
But listen, somebody said Berlanga, Matias, Shakur. Yes, but Berlanga has the star power. Matias is not a star. I am sorry. He's not. Berlanga embodies everything of a star.
He does.
And
he does.
Listen, you know, he's got.
I am so glad you are finally listening to me.
It's the Cayman Jack. It's the Cayman Jack. I think that's what it is.
It must be. You know, if you listened to me early on, we wouldn't be having this conversation like this, and I wouldn't be like having to poke you a little bit.
Christine, you're right. You're right.
I'm glad you saw the light. I'm glad you saw the light.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna get a Team EB shirt. I'm gonna get one Team EB shirt.
Okay.
I'm gonna call them afterwards, and I'm gonna listen. I'm going for it. I'm gonna call a knockout on Hamza Shareez. Somebody said they picked the smaller tennis arena of the two. They should have done it in Arthur Ashe instead of Louis Armstrong. Listen. I don't know why they're doing it in the tennis spot. I'm just being honest.
I just hope that he realized that you are a born again Berlanga fan.
I am.
This is not like something you've been singing. No. I hope he knows that you are born again. Just saying.
I'm gonna be working. I'm gonna buy multiple T-shirts, and I think Edgar, unlike Blair the Flair, will deliver my T-shirts. Because I'm still waiting.
Blair the Flair.
Yeah. Still haven't got my T-shirt. He was on Chev's live flirting, and he still hasn't got my goddamn shirt.
You know, right? I even added him and said, "Hey, where's my guy's shirt?"
So somebody said the same tennis venue. It holds 20,000 people. I didn't know that it holds 20,000 people. Wow, I did not know that. That's crazy. Listen, there's another thing. I mean, it holds 23,000 people. Let's say he sells that out.
I think he will.
I mean, listen. I mean, Shakur could be upset, but Edgar stole the show.
Taking nothing away from Shakur. I mean, Shakur has a grand fight in front of him, and I think he said he's going to look different, and he's going to show people that he can really stay in the pocket and do some things. So, and I didn't get to see the whole Berlanga interview. I just saw clips. Like I said, so I'm going to go back and watch it. But I did see the whole Mike Coppinger and Shakur interview, and I thought it was great.
Oh, I only seen that clip. Coppinger said at the end, he goes, "Thanks for the kind words." They were static. They was definitely static. Speaking of Shakur saying that, but it does allow us to actually know that these people watch. I mean, there's a lot of people that watch this show. Yeah. There's a lot of people that watch. They watch. These guys have nothing else to do but train and watch what's being said about them.
Absolutely. And the thing is that speaking of the Mike Coppinger, if everybody saw it or not saw it, Shakur was telling him straight up, you're the worst interviewer and commentator ever, and you had to redo this 3 times. And then Coppinger was saying, I think you're going to win. He's like, oh, now you think I'm going to win? Because before you didn't think I was going to win. The thing, Shakur sees everything. And then so you can't fake the funk. It's like if you go for somebody or you don't go for somebody, you got to stick to your guns. I mean, yeah, people can change their minds. I mean, look at Norbs. He saw the light. Now he's a Berlanga fan. But it does happen. It does happen.
But there's a difference, though. When it comes to these fighters, as long as you're talking about the craft, it's a different story. If you're not talking anything personal, even when I critiqued Edgar, it had nothing to do with him as a man. It had to do with
he's a very nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate how he's a great father, how he promotes.
Very generous guy. Yeah. Like I've said before, I've had the pleasure of sitting down at a table for dinner with he and some other folks that I really admire in boxing, and he was just an absolute gentleman and amazing, and his wife is beautiful and amazing, and their son. I mean, very, very nice family.
No, absolutely. And there's some room for him. I want him to do well. somebody's saying Shakur doesn't do see everything. Listen, Shakur has a lot of pressure, and let's go back to this guy being the main event. He does knock people out, Edgar. He does sell the fight. He does a better. These are the things that aren't being pointed out. Yes, you're a 3-division champion, Shakur, but your last couple fights have not been great. So there is a lot of pressure for him to be great. And that Michael Coppinger, I think his name is, interview, if for anything, it shows how much pressure he's in right now to perform. Listen, guys are looking past you and wanting to see Keyshawn Davis and these other guys fight Javante. There's every day that passes and every performance that Shakur Stevenson lays a boring performance or fights a Carpenter is another name added in front of him that people want to see more against Tank. And I think those pressures are starting to weigh on him as to why he said what he said against Michael Coppinger. He's not the only one that feels that way.
You know what it showed me about Michael Coppinger, because I believe he was with ESPN first and now he's with Ring Magazine.
Yeah.
What it showed me is that I need to meet his agent and he needs to represent me because he's good. He's really good.
Well, you're not a fan of him.
Have you watched him do interviews?
I try not to watch too many people because I like to keep my own style and my own thoughts.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. But things like this, you'll see things like this. I just want, like I said, I just want to know who his agent is.
Oh no, he definitely has a good agent. But
hit me up.
No, absolutely. But to the point what I was making, Christine, he's feeling the pressure. Shakur is feeling the pressure. Listen, he's made multiple comments. EB has been his friend for years. To go out on the Breakfast Club and say what he said, I'm not going to lie, I would have been offended as well.
That he said that he was the real main event.
Exactly.
He said, that's my guy, but I'm the real main event.
And that's insulting to the person.
But you know what? Is it insulting, or should both of them feel that they are the main event? Should both of them feel like they are amazing talent and amazing entertainment? They should both be very confident. So they both should be saying the same thing. And it's not a slap in the face to anybody. It's just showing that I'm confident and I'm going to show y'all. I'm here to prove, and I will show you.
I think Edgar was going around saying we're the co-main event, and this, I think in that situation, Shakur, I believe he's feeling the pressure. I really do feel like he's feeling.
I mean, honestly, they both are. But I will say this, that both of the guys, they looked very calm, cool, and collective. I mean, their words flowed out of their mouth very easily. They had a lot to say. I believe that they said exactly what they wanted to say. And even though there's pressure, because, I mean, let's face it, there's pressure for everybody that's going to get in the ring.
Yes.
But they have a few different pressures.
Christine,
so,
but
they look like they're fine to me.
No, Christine, but when there is pressure with every fighter, but when you're Shakur Stevenson and there's an expectation, there's a different expectation when you say Shakur's name and Zepeda, Shakur's name and Abdullah Mason. He is supposed to be, and he puts it on himself, this great fighter, which he is a great fighter, but he wants to be blockbuster. He wants to be getting these checks. And there's that added pressure and the constant of people, Cameron, whether it's Cam, whether it's whoever's saying, you're putting us to sleep. I've watched multiple videos of people playing his videos, mocking him sleeping.
And he sees it. He definitely sees it.
And he is, and listen, for Edgar to be put in front of him and he's accomplished, of course, is insulting for him. But at the end of the day, Edgar is selling and he's doing what he needs to do.
I agree.
And Shakur is feeling the pressure. And listen, I believe pressure busts pipes or pressure makes diamonds. Absolutely. And I believe, and I'm gonna step out on a limb right here. I'm gonna say Shakur stops Zepeda in that fight. And I believe he's going to make a statement that night because of everything that's going on.
We agree.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I actually have this clip right here. Actually, I didn't even play it yet. Let me play it for you guys.
Zepeda, but Turkey called in saying you got your eye on Tank. What do you think about the rumors of Tank and Jake fighting?
Man, Tank disrespectful to the sport if he choose that over fighting with me. I'm the best fighter in the sport. I've been telling him that. And he called cap on it. So if you're going to call cap and say I'm not who I say I am, come prove it.
We got the rematch announced today with him and Lamar Roach. I think
they announced it today?
So what do you think, considering you were one of the hand?
And see what I'm saying? You can see it in his face. there are so many more people now in front of him. Before it was Shakur. We got to see Shakur. Then he went on that spree of putting people to sleep. Keyshawn Davis now people want to see. They want to see Teofimo. Freaking Jake Paul. I would be insulted right now.
You know, the thing that I'm wondering is if Shakur just really stops Zepeda and takes him to school, then I think even more so Tank might never fight him. Even if he wouldn't ever fight him, he'll never fight him, in my opinion.
Listen, and on the flip side, and that's another thing. Shakur, you're making it so as if Gervonta defines you as a fighter. You're making those things right now because you're chasing him. I wouldn't even answer those questions anymore. That guy doesn't want to be great. That's how I would answer it. If he wants to be great, he knows where I'm at. Stop entertaining.
I definitely agree with it. I mean, I like that answer. He doesn't want to be great. That's why he doesn't want to fight me. But I can see a lot of people want that fight, so he does still talk about it, and he wants it too. But I do like your answer. I mean, he doesn't want to be great, and I'm done. I'm not going to answer. When he's ready to sign the contract, we'll talk about it.
And that's my thing. Like, listen, Shakur, and this is just me speaking to you. I don't know if you're going to watch this. You probably watch everything. You're a great fighter. You're one of, in my opinion, top 5 most talented boxers in the world. Top 5, okay?
Yeah.
You, every time they bring this man up and you respond and say he needs to fight me, we all know that. And he's going to continue to downplay. He's going to continue to insult you. You need to just be like, look, he don't, and listen, he's got pissed at me, Gervonta, for saying he's not a Hall of Famer. Just come out and say he doesn't want to be great. I'm here to be great.
Yeah, he don't want to be great. He don't want the smoke. That's it. Done.
That's it, bro.
I agree. I do agree with you.
There are too many great fights to be made. And I love, there was an interview he did where he said he'd go up to 147 to fight. I forgot who it was. He said he'd go up to fight at 147. He's chasing greatness. Go out and be great. Gervonta Davis is not going to be a Hall of Famer over you. Gervonta Davis does not want to be great. And this is not taking a shot at him. You had Lamont Roach rematch as your 4th fight after the Lamont fight. You're going to fight Jake Paul in November as an exhibition. You have 2 more fights. You have shown no interest in trying to be great. Not fighting Keyshawn Davis, not fighting in that unifying, none of those things.
I do have to agree.
Shakur, you have every opportunity to go out there and be who you're supposed to be. Forget about Gervonta Davis. Forget about he's never gonna fight you, bro. I mean, that recently, Turkey came out and said that, what's next for Shakur is Gervonta. He feels like he can get Gervonta to the table, and Gervonta just downplayed it. I don't speak to those guys. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and he said that from the beginning. He doesn't want to get involved with them. He doesn't speak to them. I do think that money talks and bullshit walks. So I think eventually, somebody's going to talk to somebody, and there's going to be some money, life-changing, life-changing that can't be denied. And that's what I'm hoping.
I mean, I feel you, but and this is just knowing people that have been around Tank. That O means a lot to him. That O,
it does.
I
mean, we saw it when Roach beat him, but they got a draw.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to risk it. I think he knows Shakur is going to be that. If I was him, I go fight Rolly. I go fight all these guys. Go get that money. Rolly just came off his biggest performance.
Rolly's too big for him.
Shakur's going to beat him. Go fight him at 147.
Oh, I thought you meant Tank. I was like, no.
No, but I'm just saying, like, Shakur, there's too many good fights out there for you to
I agree. I definitely agree with you.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Moving forward to the other guy that's in that division that we all love to talk about, Teofimo Lopez apparently gets kicked out of Team Canelo.
Know who you pick? I'm gonna go for Crawford, because then when he beats, let's say he beats Canelo, that gives him ammunition. So when I fight him, and I beat Crawford, beat Canelo. You know what I mean? Respect and BK all day. 718. What up? You heard? Yo, Jacob. The Canelo team don't want Teofimo. Not our fault. Bro, it's whatever the champ wants. Hey. It's alright, bro. I don't want to be heavy, flat-footed, planted anyways. Wow. I'm a boxer. Pretty damn good boxer, too. I want to ask you guys something. A lot of people chewed my ass about not knowing how to cut the ring off, right? All right. Pero Canelo, he fought William Skull, and he could not cut the ring off.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
Teofimo, and I'm gonna start this one off. Teofimo's a great talent, right? He's butthurt. He's butthurt right now. He was dying. He was upset that Reynoso didn't train him for this fight. Clearly, the Canelo camp doesn't want the things that are going on with outside of the ring. I mean, you're offending people. You're saying a bunch of stuff, and you clearly
negative energy.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, Canelo's a businessman. And he's a business. He's becoming the first boxer to become a billionaire. Okay, he doesn't need this type of shit. He doesn't need all this, and you just show that you're butthurt. Instead of just walking away and just saying, you know what, maybe I'll revisit the situation. You came out and insulted the man, then called him flat-footed. After this man invited you to his camp.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it just shows Teofimo's maturity level.
Absolutely.
Never took accountability for saying what he said. It's always somebody else. You guys are hating on me. It's this guy's fault. And it's just like Teofimo. You can't blame Canelo for saying, I gotta step away from you.
Yeah, I mean, literally, Canelo, if they continued the relationship and Teo was in their training, Canelo would literally lose money. I mean, the thing is, the sponsorship deals, the endorsements, who's going to stand by him? Their people will fall off. And how many sponsorship deals and endorsements does Teo have now? Nobody wants to touch that. Nobody wants to get near that. I mean, they had to cut off, that wart, and they did.
Yeah.
Cancerous wart.
Yeah, I mean, bro, Canelo has businesses all through Mexico. He's sponsored by whoever he's sponsored by. He has everything going for him. He is not going to risk himself, his family,
legacy,
because you cannot
control yourself.
Yeah, and my thing is you look bitter. You're sitting there, bro. You're sitting there talking about, the other day with the black boxers thing. They get better treatment. This is recently, and I'm like, dude, why are you not taking accountability for being a jackass?
Yeah,
you lost that opportunity because of you. You know how many people would kill? Why isn't Jaime Munguia kicked out? Let me guess, Mexican. Like, come on.
Yeah,
man.
the thing is, stop crying. Stop crying. Keep your mouth shut and show us in the ring like you did, and I don't, all the whining and stuff, I just can't respect that. I really can't. He didn't even have to say, he could have said, Canelo and his team, so they decide not to work with me anymore. I respect that. I'm going to go here, whatever. He didn't have to throw the slugs too. It just makes it worse for him. It's like whenever a boyfriend, a girlfriend breaks up with a boyfriend and the boy keeps, talking about her and throwing stuff at her door. And like, you think she's going to take you back? I mean, talking shit, no, you're just making things worse.
Yeah. And listen, man, like you went there for a reason. And the crazy thing is Canelo had forgave them one time before. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, I do know that. I do know that.
His father was caught talking a lot of crap about Canelo.
Yeah.
Canelo was like, yo, stay over there. I seen it. He still forgave him and put his arm around him, trained him, worked out with him, put the spotlight. Do you understand how valuable it is for Canelo Alvarez to stand next to you? And that's what you have to say.
And what did he do? He just shit on the opportunity. Yeah. He shit on the friendship.
Yeah. And it's like, dude, you're not going to get a Crawford fight. You're not. Crawford's not fighting. Crawford's probably going to fight Canelo.
He needs to fight Boots.
Yeah, and that's another thing. So apparently that fight's locked in. Check this one out. Look.
Boots and Tumalivo, we are discussing now for big fights for.
So apparently they're trying to make this fight, right? This is another thing, right? For the Canelo versus Crawford undercard. My guy, do you think that if Canelo says, hey, Turkey, I don't want him on the undercard, you're going to be on the undercard?
Yeah.
You don't think Canelo has the power to take you off of that card?
I don't know that he has the power. I have to disagree with you a little bit there because you have to remember Uncle Turk also told Canelo, don't take your belts up on stage, and Canelo was yes sir.
Different story though.
So I don't know if he has the power, but I think he could say something, and if Uncle Turk thinks that that's going to make him money and it's going to push the fight, then he won't take him off.
I have to disagree with you on that point. I think Canelo, if Canelo feels offended enough, we'll put it out to Turk. And now it's not only Canelo.
I think he'll put it out to him, but I don't think that he'll.
But it's not only Canelo, it's Bud Crawford too. It's also Bud.
Yeah.
This is your main event. Both of them, who they have ultimate respect for each other. And the one person, the one denominator is Teofimo.
I can see Bud stand out and fight and get beat up.
No, exactly. Yeah, listen. And that's what I'm saying. You keep cutting your nose to spite your face. Like,
Absolutely.
what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And listen,
that's for sure.
Canelo is one of those guys that, yeah, it's about money, but at the same time, he is who he is for a reason. Like, he will say, I don't want this guy near me. Well, how do you think Jaime got on the card? Canelo got him on the card.
Yeah, I mean, Jaime is a whole different animal. Yeah. He doesn't talk shit at all. He might need to talk some shit. He doesn't.
What do you think about the fight though? Boots and Teofimo. I know
I'm not going to even high side and say that I did not say that Teo would beat Boots. I'm not even going to say that. This is before all this shit came out. Yeah. But now I want Boots to beat Teo. I want him to, but I did pick Teo to beat Boots. I'll put. I mean, I'll admit when
I feel you. I feel like Boots is just. He is a bigger version of Teo at 147. I think Boots wins that fight, but I think it's too early for Teo. You said it before. You're scared for your guy. Yeah, I am. Boots is special.
Yeah,
he really is special.
It's not. I mean, he's been in there with some guys. It's not. I don't think it's too early. I think it's now or never. I mean, how long can he wait? People aren't going to keep putting up with this bullshit. We can't keep waiting. He's got to just get in there and do what he does. And let's just see what happens. I
just feel like, and this is me, I feel like there's a lot of guys at 147. I think I would take Ryan. I would take some checks before I go. Listen, Boots is a big 147. He should be at 154. He's not a typical 147-pound fighter. His skill set, Teofimo has never seen. This man is equivalent, in my opinion, to the skill set that people rave about with Bud Crawford.
I was going to say Bud would beat him easier than Boots would beat him.
I think it's the same. I'm going to be honest. I think Boots is really that guy. I think Boots is that.
Well, I mean, we need to see that. So let's see.
Absolutely. But
yeah,
I think Boots fights him, and I think Boots actually stops him. I'm going to be honest with you.
I would not be sad.
Damn, Christine. I think this Cayman Jack got me talking crazy today. But
I'm drinking water, y'all.
I missed you, girl. I mean, where you been? I'm not gonna lie, I missed you. I missed
you too, bro. I did. I missed you. I missed the chat. I did. I think we just have like the best vibe, the best conversations, and I've just been so busy. I've just been so busy.
Who's PJ? Who's that?
I love you, Paula.
Paula, I love you too, girl. What's up? Let's move forward.
She said, do not put Boots with Bud. Tell him, girl. Tell him.
All right, Boots is gonna. Not Boots. Bud is gonna lose in September 12th. We're gonna talk about that too, which is crazy. Lamont Roach and Gervonta Tank Davis, my best friend, are set to fight in August.
Your best friend? Who's your best friend?
Tank. That's my guy. That's my boy.
He's your best friend.
It's my guy. We're gonna hang out a couple times. I spoke to Lamont Roach yesterday on the phone.
I'm with Roach again.
I spoke to Lamont Roach yesterday briefly. He looks in good spirits. I'm not gonna lie.
He's in great spirits. He's ready to whoop some ass.
But you know what's crazy? Finally, this fight gets moved to August. We all know Tank's gonna fight November against Jake Paul. That's already locked in.
Yeah.
I'm super hyped for this fight. Lamont is getting a lot of criticism though. they're like, oh, he's jugging beers at the game. He's having a lot of
Give me
fun.
a freaking break. I mean, these people are human. He can't go to a game and have a beer. Shut the fuck up. Like, are you serious right now? I mean, the date hadn't even been set. It'd been talked about, people are just they act as if they live in glass houses. It just kills me. It just really kills me. It's hilarious to me. But I just want to say something real quick. You posted the breaking news from Mike Coppinger. There was another version of that from Brunch Boxing because they actually said that they broke the news before him and Mike got the credit. I just want to put that out there.
Shout out to Brunch Boxing. You guys got to come on.
My guys.
I appreciate y'all. She said Christine's on fire. Whoa. Bud Stop. She's on fire, but I'm excited for this fight. Again, listen.
Same.
When I seen Lamont, his body language was great. Just he looked confident. Like he looked confident. Like, he looks like he's supposed to be there. And this is somebody that was very confident walking into that fight, which people thought he was crazy for. But knowing what he has already accomplished walking into this fight, I believe it makes him more dangerous. And I think there is a lot of self-doubt in Gervonta.
For sure. Absolutely. That's going to be his worst nightmare that night. He doesn't even want to see that night. Seriously. And something that I've said before, and I'm going to say it again, and this is like 100%. Lamont Roach Sr. should be in the talks with some of the top trainers, period. He has built stable. He has a stable and has built boxers after boxers. You're going to see his brother too, Jordan Roach, who's freaking amazing. I had the pleasure and the honor of being able to work with him in Colorado and seeing what he's doing right now. So Senior is so underrated. He should be up here. He should be up here. Seriously.
I mean, listen, you know him better than I do. Listen, just for what he already accomplished and the game plan and being confident, just watching him work the corner with Lamont. Lamont didn't flinch.
The instruction, it was a perfect game plan for Tank that night. It was perfect.
I am definitely looking forward to that fight. I was hoping it was going to happen June 21st. Did not happen. Now it's moved to August. Different fight, second fight. Is it the same result? What do you have going in?
Roach is going to beat him in a more definitive matter.
Wow. You know what? At first, I came out and said, I think Tank's going to get him.
I know.
Christine.
But you talked to Roach, and now you're changing your tune.
No. And it wasn't even talking with him. It was, I swear, it was watching his mannerisms.
Okay.
Watching how confident he was.
Okay.
I told you, my biggest, remember, I also said the corner with Tank makes me nervous.
Oh, for sure.
His style of fighting where he waits, he gives away rounds. Is he going to step on the gas and put pressure on him?
Just the chaos, like you said, the chaos in the corner. That is number one. We need to clean it up. He needs to clean it up and get it right.
Yeah. And listen, if you really, and this is funny because I said the same thing about Ryan. Ryan, people were like, "Oh, you're surprised?" I was like, "Yo, Ryan fights exactly how Ryan fights. He just, he relies on one shot. Tank doesn't necessarily rely on one particular punch, but he does rely on that knockout. He's not as active. He doesn't like pressure. He likes to be the bully in the ring. And when that is taken away from him, we've seen Pitbull do it, but he wasn't successful in the decision. And we've seen Lamont do it to where Lamont stood up and not only stood up, hurt him and should have won that fight. And I think that's a bad recipe for Tank because he is going to have to be more active in that fight. And I don't even know if he believes he can knock him out. He can win without knocking out.
I mean, whenever Tank saw that Roach just ate those punches, I mean, the way he could roll them and cushion them so they're not as powerful, he just ate that and he was ready for dessert. You know what I'm saying?
But not only waiting for dessert though, Christine, he was sharing the dessert and responding with a shot that caught him and hurt him.
And that's what I'm saying. So in Tank's head, he's like, damn, I hit him with everything. Yeah. I've hit him with shots that have put other people down. And Roach wasn't even flinched.
Yeah, and again, I'm super geek for the fight.
Me too.
Just watching him, he looks confident. Like I was like, damn. He was talking to me. He's like, man, set up the interview. He was smiling, happy. He's living
he's
it
awesome.
up,
Yeah,
enjoying.
he's great. He's great. He's so fun. He's great.
Yeah, he's enjoying the spotlight.
As he
Again,
should. As he should. And I'm glad he got to enjoy that game and enjoy that beer. And everybody else need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. You know what? When we make it to that level, and Mike Coppinger is working for us, right?
I don't want him working for us.
I'm just saying we take his job, all right?
Okay.
We're gonna go to the game. You're gonna take. Me and you both. I'm gonna drink a Cayman Jack, and you're gonna chug it down. We're gonna do it at the game for Lamont. This is for Lamont. All right.
Okay.
Check this out.
I'm not waiting that long.
Oh my God. Check this out. Guess who's a free agent? Take a guess who's a free agent.
This is a public announcement from none other than the most exciting man in boxing. Blair the Flair is officially a free agent, ready to rock the world one fight at a time. Whoa!
I'm sorry, even though he owes me a t-shirt, I love this guy. I absolutely love Blair the Flair. Okay, he's a free agent. I think he left Don. Is it Don King he was with? If I'm not mistaken. I have no clue.
Look, let me. No disrespect to Blair. I mean, he beat my guy Maurice Hooker. I was working cuts that night for Maurice. I was there. He did great. No disrespect to him. But honestly, who has really been waiting for him to be a free agent so they could scoop him up?
Oh, I can't.
So they could scoop him up. Yeah, Don King. Yeah. Yeah.
Make your point. I don't like this Blair the Flair slander right now.
No. I'm just saying. Like, who is really waiting to scoop him up? Okay, you know what? Let me tell you this. I take that back. I can see someone eyeing him for one of their guys that is already in their stable. I can see that. Okay, I take it back. My bad. Someone's going to pick him up for sure.
He was with Don King Promotions. Don King Promotions was hot throughout the 80s, the 70s, early 90s, died off. Seen the fight between him and Adrian Broner, shot with a Nokia from 2008. I don't think Blair the Flair got the opportunities that he should have because of who he was represented by. And I believe that Blair the Flair is good for boxing. He's great for 147. I believe he will upset some of those people at 147. I also believe he will bring entertainment, to boxing.
Wild card for sure. I do agree. I mean, he beat Maurice. I didn't think he would. He is a wild card, okay? I think maybe people have underestimated him, but you said that he will beat some of the champs at 147. Name two. Name two of them.
Barrios. He'll beat Barrios.
Oh, come on. Yes. Thank you. I mean, okay. Okay, you're right. Barrios. Okay. Who else?
He'll be Ryan. He'll be Rolly.
I think, well, I can't argue with you. I think the mentality that Ryan has right now, and now he's just really spiraled down. I think you're right too. You know what? I apologize, Blair. I apologize. I still think you need to give Norbs his shirt, but I do apologize. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what? Those two guys, I see it.
I think Blair the Flair brings a lot to boxing entertainment. I feel like he's someone that has not given an opportunity. And listen, if he was a walk in the park, there'd be a lot of people lined up to knock him down because he does sell a fight. I'm just being honest. I don't think a lot of people are jumping.
He does.
He's got some pop.
Alexander, I think he was with Golden Boy. My bad.
He's got some pop. You know what I mean? He's funny. He sells. I would love to see a pressure between him and Rolly Romero. That is my dream matchup.
Wow.
That would be awesome.
Great, wouldn't it?
Listen, at the end of the day, we could predict what we want, but you have to let the cards play out. And I believe Blair the Flair needs that opportunity. Let him sink or swim. But at the same time, it would be the most entertaining sink or swim that we've ever seen.
Yeah, it'll be up to him. I know his trainer, and I respect him, and I think he's a great trainer, so nothing against him. But yeah, you know what? He is a wild card. Now, I mean, see, look, I can change my mind too. So
do the woo. If you do the woo, then I know. That's what I'm talking. We need Blair the Flair. The sport needs him, Christine. And listen, I'm a little upset. He owes me the shirt or whatnot.
Yeah. We need to get that shirt, Blair.
I still believe in this guy. I think you have to give him an opportunity. He's very funny. Listen, when he fought Adrian Broner, the production
Oh
was
man, yeah,
horrible, but he
yeah,
showed up with a mannequin,
yeah,
not a mannequin, a puppet. But
yeah,
he was imitating. It was hilarious. Can you imagine him imitating Rolly Romero at 147 right now?
yeah. That would be great.
This is great for boxing. This is great for, and again, listen, he's not a bad fighter. He isn't.
He's
He isn't.
not. He's not. I wonder. I wonder how Rolly would deal with someone on his level of petty and
Oh my
funniness.
God. I would pay to go to the presser. You know what I mean? And Rolly's like, all right, so Rolly's my number one. Okay. Pound for pound, promotional boxing kings. Rolly's number one. Blair the Flair's number two for me. Blair and him have to go at it at 147.
Yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Love
So
those
where's
guys.
Berlanga? Is he 3?
Oh man, damn. Hold on.
I'm just
Edgar,
saying.
Edgar jumped some
You were
spots.
just praising your guys, performance, and now he's not even in the top 1 or
He's
2.
top three. He's top three. He could be
Okay.
2. You know what? I got him 2. I got Blair 3.
Okay, thank you.
Rolly's number
Okay,
1.
okay.
Rolly 1, Edgar 2.
I got
But
you,
still,
Berlanga. I got you. Okay.
Still, listen, I would pay to see these fights. I would pay to see Blair fight Shakur and mock him for running around. I think Blair would bring the fight to him. I don't think Blair's going to show up to a fight and not fight. I think Blair walks around with a chip on his shoulder. He brings the fight. He's not
Wait,
scared.
what do you mean a chip on his shoulder? For what?
Because even the stuff that you said, and I'm not saying you're being malicious or nothing like that, but a lot of people
No.
feel like that about him.
No,
When
they
you
do.
talk about,
They do, but I don't even think he cares. I think he's just like, give me the opportunity and I'll shut you up.
but that's my point. I care because he's not getting the opportunity, and he should. Why shouldn't he be fighting Barrios? Why shouldn't he get an opportunity against a Brian Norman? You know what I'm saying? Why isn't anybody? He called out Boots. Why didn't Boots fight him? That would have been a bigger fight than what he just fought because of the popularity or whatnot. I just want to see the opportunity. If he sucks, prove it. Let him do it. But I think every obstacle Blair the Flair has faced, he has done what he had to do.
No, you're right. You're right. I can't argue with you. You're right. He is a wild card. Like my friend said earlier. Yeah, absolutely. He is a wild card.
I like the guy. I really do. Blair, Shogun says Blair's not going to run, man.
No, he's definitely not going to run.
And again, I don't want his career to end with the what ifs. And that was similar, with Rolly. A lot of people, kind of wrote him off, and he came in and look what he did versus Ryan. People wrote him off.
Very true.
And I believe, and not saying that, but Blair is that type of guy. And Blair can fight, man. He's a dog. I'm sorry. Blair, I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan. I got you. You're my boy. Somebody said Rolly smokes Blair the Flair. I would love to see it. Boy, be crying. Wouldn't it be great?
Let's just do it. Let's just see.
I'm saying there's a lot of fights for Blair. There's a lot to be made, and we're gonna see it. I can't believe you did not. I'm glad you did the woo though.
I did the woo. I can admit when I'm wrong once in my life.
You're gonna be wrong.
I'm not wrong often. So whenever I am, which is now, once ever, then I'll do the woo.
You were wrong about Barbosa. It's twice.
Yeah, but this is a new day.
You're gonna be wrong September 13th.
Once today.
September 13th or 12th or whatever it is. What do you think about that? What's up with that? It went from Allegiant Stadium to now all of a sudden there's rumors going around that Dana and
okay, look.
Eye to eye.
So this is the thing. It's like first they changed the date. Is it the Friday, the Saturday? Is it here? Is it there? I mean, I think it's Allegiance, but what is he trying to do? Is Turkey trying to like block the dates possibly, or throw other promoters off for the coveted, day? I don't know. I don't know what the game plan is. I don't know what it is, but it's dumb. It's dumb.
Dana is a businessman. Dana does things according to what is going to make profit. Dana is a bull. So is the man that's paying for everything. I think Turkey has to realize when you get into bed with somebody like Dana, you have to understand that he operates at a certain level. He doesn't really answer to people, and I think there is a possibility.
I think it's the other way around. I think Dana's definitely going to answer to Turk. He's the one with all the cash. And maybe he was the one that was so iffy about changing the dates because, well, it might be Dana. He's very inexperienced with the boxing part.
But he's not experienced about promotion.
Not about promotion, but we don't do that. We're not going to be jumping back and forth like, well, maybe this, maybe that, maybe this, maybe that. I mean, we don't do that.
Remember, Turkey's the one that came out and said, oh, we got now 3 cities, New York, LA, and Vegas. First of all, Turkey, if it's not going to be in Vegas, I would have said Texas. I would have said Texas.
Right.
Why you won't like play in New York? Like, are you serious? Like, what the hell's going on? So I think it's Turkey. And listen, it's hard to tell someone that's paying the bills what to do. You know what I mean? And again, you know, if Dana's advising him, he's like, hey, dude, you just lost how much money at Fatal Fury? How much money did you lose? Why the hell did you make Canelo fight at 7 in the morning in Saudi Arabia when there was 5,000 fans? These are things that are going to continue to lose money. And if you brought Dana in, and this is my opinion, this is all speculation, you brought Dana in to make you money. So, in my opinion, you got to listen to him. He said, thank you to what? He said, I'll watch.
Thank you all. Love you all.
I'll watch the playback. My service got disconnected. It's all right, Ramirez. Don't worry about it. Somebody said there are rumors that Jerry Jones wants Canelo and Crawford. That would be insane.
Oh, my God. That would be so amazing.
Yeah, I mean, it would
Canelo is so huge here. I mean, we're right by the border. You know what I'm saying? It's Texas. You know, there's so many Mexican fans here. And then Bud's got his Latina and Latino fans too. You know what I'm saying?
Stop it. But stop wearing those stupid T-shirts.
I'm getting.
You're not La Raza. You're not La Raza. Get out of here. I'm not trying to.
Just saying. I'm going to get you one too. Watch out. No, but I mean, I think it'd be fabulous. Oh my gosh. It'd be awesome.
It would be amazing.
It would.
It's a great stadium. It's in Texas.
Stadium.
I don't know how far Nebraska is from Texas, but still. I mean,
I don't know. I think it's like a 3 or 4 hour flight.
I mean, I think it would be amazing. Listen, Canelo has an enormous fan base, and if it's not going to be in Vegas, it should be in Texas.
I agree with you 100%.
You know what I mean? What is Iglesias got the wrestling background?
I'm gonna look more into him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Boys Be Crying. I have seen him, and he is talented. But I wanna watch him more. I wanna watch him more.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, Christine. On that, I'm gonna let you go because it is hot in my garage. I have to.
Yeah, and you need to go do your honeydew list.
What do you mean, my honeydew? What are you talking about?
Your honeydew list that you have from your honey, and you need to go and make sure you do everything that she needs you to do.
She's driving me nuts. I'm gonna send her to Texas over there with you guys.
Come on.
Yeah, move for it, please. Again, Blair, I need to hear the woo one more time.
No.
Come on.
Whenever you get your shirt, I'll do the woo one more time.
Why are you gay?
Oh, damn it. I got to learn my buttons. I still don't know. But anyways, you talking when I get my...
when you get your T-shirt, I will do the woo again.
Which one, the Edgar Berlanga one? I'm going to get the hat.
No, Blair the Flair. He needs to send you your shirt.
Yeah. I'm still going to, I'm still going to shout him out. It's my guy, but...
Yeah.
Blair, do the right thing. Send my goddamn shirt.
Do the right thing. Do the right thing.
But I'll let you go. Oh, guys, we're also on iTunes. If you guys want to listen to the audio, we're on Spotify. We're everywhere. We're going to the next level. We're going to take this thing over. We're going to start opening lines to call up. Christine wants to do more shows. We're going to do whatever we need to do. So make sure you guys tune into, what is it? In the Ring with Christine as well. Ladies' Night on Wednesday with
Wednesday and Just Lunch on Thursdays.
Christine, you have way too many shows. Okay.
I mean, I gotta have something for me. It's like they're all for me, but just lunch is just like get out of the gym. I feel like talking about boxing for like 30 minutes. Get your sandwich and your soda or water. And let's talk for 30 minutes.
I'm gonna do a just lunch, just me and your husband, and he's gonna cook for me, and me and him gonna talk boxing. I think that is gonna be the win. That's what you should do. You should have him chefing it up.
No, as long as there's not a camera in his face, because he freezes up and he does not like the spotlight. So as long as there's no camera in his face, he'll talk boxing all day.
Oh my God. All right. On that note, we'll let you guys go. I'm not sure if Christina will be back Monday, but she is going to do episode Tuesday, right?
I will be back. If we have Tuesday and Thursday, I'm there. I have personal training
Oh, you can't do
Monday
Wednesday?
and Wednesday. I'll be back out Friday too
So wait, so you can't do Monday and Wednesday?
for 2 weeks because I have personal training
Okay,
already
so
set up.
I'll do an extra show, do Tuesday and Thursday with Christine and Friday, and I'll still come on Monday at 10 o'clock and Wednesday. I'll give you extra
Sounds
shows, guys. Don't worry about it. On that note, make sure you follow both of us on all social medias, and support, share, like, subscribe.
Yeah,
hit the notifications
absolutely.
button. And yeah,
Facts.
Team
Okay.
Canelo over and out. We out of here. You know what I mean? Canelo.
Bye.
Man, look, we out of here, Christine. Love y'all.